Hi, how is everyone today? I got up this morning and I was walking around and I walked up and down the driveway. Well, it's a road that's next to my house. And I just came out here because I started talking to Wendy, and I walked down here, and when I walked down here I saw footprints. I don't know if you can see them or not. They're huge. I'll put pictures in my description. But what was most disturbing was this is at the bottom of the yard. She was a girl. I came out here and I was stunned. I'm like, what the hell? I looked over her whole body and I noticed that she's not been hit. She smells like formaldehyde. She was put here as a warning to me. She was a test animal, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. She has been scalpeled and shaved. This is an open wound on her. She's cold, so she's been dead. She was put here probably in the AM. She's been shaved here. She's been shaved here, and right to her skin she's been shaved, where they have done experiments on her. She's been tortured. She was a victim. As soon as I touched her, all kinds of information started coming into me about her. She's also been shaved back here, where they're taking our animals and they're doing rituals on her. She has been used by our heinous, dark government. I have pictures on the ground, you can barely see them, where it looks like some creature with enormous feet has laid her here. She did not walk here on her own accord. She was placed here. She has been sodomized and she has been raped. And it's her only wound entries on her body. So she's not been hit. The road is a little bit of a distance away from me. And this is going to be graphic, so if you don't want to see this, look away. But I'm going to show it. This poor thing has been raped and sodomized. Yes, her butthole is blown out and her vagina is ripped. So she has been placed here as a statement to me for what I have done to this reality, trying to awaken it. She was laid here by something that I'd say was in the Bigfoot stature or something like that. Huge footprints. I don't know if you can see them. My phone's not really picking them up that well. Where I guess it would take a big being to just lay her down here. She's not been hit by a car. She's not been shot. She's not been bow and arrowed. And she smells like formaldehyde. And our filthy, filthy, dark government has done this to her, which they are doing this to animals. They are ritualistically raping them, sodomizing them, using them as experiments. Now I'll show you again. She has been shaved. Shaved. This doesn't happen in nature. You don't just... Look at this. Look at this incision that's been made on her. She's been shaved. And she's been shaved here. I mean, the fur's just missing. She's been shaved with some kind of tool. Look at this. This poor girl. I had recently sent out my dragons to diminish the negativity. And this is the answer of the dark elite. This is the answer to the cabal. She reeks of formaldehyde. So she was just placed here. I can tell you it's not going to be good, but I'm going to say it because this is what I'm seeing. As soon as I touched her, I saw her being strapped down and ritualistically raped and sodomized. After they had already used her and done quite a few experiments on this poor girl. She is not that old. I'm very upset to see this on my brother's property. That they are going to any extent, this is their warning to me, to stop and desist and let negativity overrun everyone and everyone become an AI bot. Which, over my dead body, will I allow that to happen? I will do everything I can to stop this negativity. I've already been stopped at one point, but this is a message to me. The poor thing, the poor thing, the poor thing. Look at this. Look at this. She has been put into the lab and she has been experimented on. I'm not happy. I'm going to have to do something with this poor girl. Laying in the yard with no wounds on her body. I see no wounds on her body except in the rear. And she's ripped open. Her butt's blown out and her vagina is ripped open. Evil. We are dealing with such a malevolent evilness. I can't even begin to say. If you can't handle this, this is what's happening in our reality with our poor nature, our poor animals. They're victims and nobody has a voice for them. Who's going to stand up for these animals? Who's going to be the voice for them? Awful. Just awful. So this is going to be a very short video. This is what I can say to you who put her here as a message. You can go fuck yourself. You will never make me stop. The only thing you're going to make me do is go harder and stronger. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm not afraid. If you think a tactic like this is going to scare me, you got another thing coming. That's all I can say. The evilness in this reality is unreal. So they came in, they dumped her here, they used another cryptid to dump her, to carry her here. She was already dead before she came here. And they just had a cryptid bring her here. Because, you know, deer are kind of heavy. So, awful, awful, awful. The cruelty knows no bounds. And if you think that message was going to frighten me, you have just re-secured the fact that I'm going to go even harder this time. You've not frightened me. You've made me want to go more against the negativity. And if you think 1,000 billion dragons were hard enough the first time, wait till you see what I have in my next agenda for you. There you go. Another angry video. Because of the desolation of our wildlife, the cruelty, absolutely nothing for them. Just like they have nothing for you. They have nothing for you, just like they have for this poor deer. We better re-examine our reality. That's all I can say. All right. Bye.